Hey guys, coming at you today with another keto dessert for all those cookies and cream lovers. Some cookies and cream individual cheesecakes. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Alicia and I'm a sous chef with a sweet tooth. And here we make delicious keto pastries, many from my time as a pastry chef, and my goal is to make the best keto desserts possible. If you enjoy this content, please hit the subscribe button. I'm coming at you every Saturday with a new keto dessert recipe. First things first with these cheesecakes is we got to make the crust. I already preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I just have half my batch of keto chocolate sandwich cookies. I have half of them here, so 8 cookies, and I crushed them up just in a Ziploc bag with a rolling pin. These ones were my test batches, so they're kind of soft, so it was really easy. But if you're using my actual perfected Oreo cookie, you're gonna want to either bang them with the rolling pin or put them in a food processor. But I got nice little crumbs here. I'm gonna melt 4 tablespoons of butter, and this is gonna make 12 mini cheesecakes. They're about 3.5 grams of net carbs per cheesecake, and I have a tablespoon measure ready to go because I'm gonna use that to portion out my crust. We know how much we're putting in each one, that way we kind of get it even. Butter's all melted, just add it right to your crumbs. Now, in the pastry shop, we always just did this with our hands, but I'll do it with a spatula. Mix it all together. Now, if you're using anything but cookies, like almond flour, you will want to add some sugar, but because these are already sweet, you don't need to do that. You want a nice pasty kind of consistency. There you go. Easy as that. Some in each one. Now, if I actually measured and flattened down, you'd probably get exactly a tablespoon in each one, but I didn't do that. So, I might have a couple thinner and thicker ones. Do as I say, not as I do. So, I find the best way to make your crusts is usually just using your fingers, patting them in nice and good and flat. These crusts are gonna go into the oven at 350 degrees, about 5 minutes. It's gonna be hard to tell if they're done because they're chocolate. Normally you want a little bit of brown on them, but 5 minutes should do the trick. While the crusts are cooling, we are gonna get on to making the filling. I've already had all this stuff out since I got up this morning, so it's all at room temperature. I got 1.5 blocks of cream cheese going into my stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer. We're gonna cream that with a 1/2 cup of any kind of granular sweetener you prefer. And whip it until it's nice and fluffy. Make sure you stop it a couple times and scrape down your paddle and get down to the bottom of the bowl. Now, I've said it in past videos, if you've seen, the trick to keto desserts a lot of times is whipping your ingredients a lot with the sugar. Our keto sweeteners don't dissolve like normal sugar does, so it needs a little extra work and love in it to make it not grainy. Once you're fully whipped up, you're going to add 1 egg at a time. They're room temperature also. Add in your second. Once you have a nice smooth mixture, you're going to add in 1/2 cup of sour cream and a little bit of vanilla extract. And we're almost to baking them. One more scrape down and mix, and then we gotta chop up some cookies to put in here to make it cookies and cream. Ooh, silky, smooth cheesecake batter. That's what you want. No lumps. A little trick I did, my kitchen isn't super warm, so I turned my oven on a little early and set my ingredients like on the stove top, not super close to the oven part where the heat comes out. But just on there for a little while, and it softened everything right up. Now, my Oreo cookies. If you saw my Oreo video, I'll link it up there if you haven't. We had filling left over from the 8 Oreos that the recipe made. So it turns out it makes 12. So I added 1/3 of the macros from the filling into this recipe because I filled my Oreos with cream filling. These again are the thinner, not super crispy cookies, but they're going into cheesecake. so it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna chop these up. If you want to be super precise, keep each cookie separate, and when you add it into the cheesecakes, we have 12. So if you do 4 cookies, divide each cookie into 3 muffin tins after you add your batter, and that'll make it super even. Here you need about a cup of some kind of cookie. So whatever cookie you want to use, it's up to you, but a cup of them about, I'd say. I'm just gonna fold these in my batter. So this isn't gonna be super precise macros, but it's 3 point something. So just round it up to 4 and you'll be fine. And when I portion them out, I'm gonna try to get some cookies into each one. There you go. Cookies and cream cheesecake batter is done. Time to divide it all up. Well, cookie crusts are pretty much cooled. They were only in for 5 minutes. A good rule of thumb is if you smell the cookies cooking, you're pretty much good. They're gonna bake some more anyways. I'm using a 1/4 cup measuring cup. Make sure I get some Oreo clumps in there. Not too many though. I'm gonna start out with a 1/4 cup in each one. You can also add a little cocoa powder to your batter and make chocolate cookies and cream. So you want them pretty much filled to the top. Any are missing chunkers, we can use another chunk. This one needs a little bit more batter. It's got lots of chunks. These look delicious already. They're gonna be going into the oven for 14 to 17 minutes. And I always turn my baked goods halfway through to make sure that they bake evenly, because every oven has hot spots. This is something we do in every kitchen that I've ever worked in, pastry and otherwise. You always turn cookies, muffins, brownies, anything halfway through while you're baking them. We'll be back when these guys are out of the oven, and then they have to cool, but I'll show you what they look like. Cheesecakes are out of the oven. They're no longer too jiggly, just a little bit. They are going to be delicious. Now we wait, at least until they're cool, room temperature. I'm gonna probably pop them in the freezer, but they should refrigerate for a couple of hours or overnight for the best cheesecakes. So I'll be back soon to try these guys. Okay, we are back and our cheesecakes are pretty set. They're not fully set because, again, I'm impatient. Got the little crust on the bottom, hunks of Oreos in there. Now you can just eat them as they are. They're 3.35 grams of net carbs with my whole batch of Oreo cookies and a third of the filling. If you want to just leave them like this, go right ahead. Add icing or melted chocolate or ganache or whipped cream. I think I'm gonna cut one of these guys in half. Nice and soft. Looks like a delicious bite to me. Creamy, sweet, and delicious. With those chunks of Oreo cookie in there with the filling, it is so good. And that is for 3 grams of net carbs for an after dinner dessert. Pretty darn delicious. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. If you do, please subscribe. I got many more dessert ideas, believe me. My head is going crazy with all the different options I got to shoot new videos and test new recipes. Leave me a comment below what your favorite dessert is, and if you can't find it keto, let me know, and maybe I'll try working on those recipes sooner or later. As always, I'll be back with many more keto dessert recipes. Bye guys.